Hello, hello. All right, now we good. All right, we got a speed run getting a boating license. We got to go on a boat ride tomorrow. I'm the captain. So let me pull this back up. Start this timer. Let's reset it. All right, here we go. Set a record. Start the adventure. Oh, I gotta move my chat over here, bro. What the heck? What the freak, man? Welcome to I Learned to Boat. This course is a little different than anything you've seen before, so let's go over a few things to get you familiar with how things work. Hit the OK button to continue. Go, go, go. In this course, you'll be a part of an interactive adventure where you'll join a group of friends going out on a day of boating, okay? Along the way, you'll make choices that affect the story. You'll take skill challenges and quizzes, and you'll earn boating safety badges on your way to the final exam. We've also created a 1-minute video overview where you can watch and get even better feel for the course. Great, I'd love to watch it. No thanks, ready to dive. Late spring, the Lake Town docks. Troy, Alexis, Julian, Mia meet for a day of boating at the SSW edge of Evermore Ruined Basin, a large freshwater lake. The lake is large, covering some 22,000 square miles. Though generally placid, it has both waves and strong currents and often suffers from sudden gusts of wind. Navigating is a task for an experienced, safety-conscious boater. Me. These friends have different levels of boating experience, ranging from high to low. Maya is the newest to boating. As the group travels down to the dock where the boat is moored, Maya quizzes the others on their experience. Oh, who do I get to be, Troy? Troy is the most experienced. You don't need to worry. I grew up on the shores of Charter Lake. My brother Vincent and I spent as much time on the water as we could. I know what I'm doing. Mia laughs at Troy's defensive tone. Mia quizzes the others on their experience. Alexis is a moderate level of experience. Got to my boating education certificate a few weeks ago. I had to so I could drive around this boat when we visited his lake cabin. So I got certified and experience. Finally, Mia speaks to Julian. Julian has some boating experience. Excuse me. I started the boat education course, but I haven't finished it. Still, I'm sure I know what I'm doing. I've been on the water hundreds of times. Should Mia believe Julian that he's been in the lake hundreds of times? I'm sharp. You are sharp. Julian does tend to exaggerate, and Troy knows this. He turns to Julian and raises his eyebrows in mock skepticism. Okay, so I've been boating just a handful of times. But I'm a really quick learner. Mia reassured explains how she feels to others. Never been on a boat before, she says. I've skimmed a boating safety study guide last night, but I'm still a little worried. Does Mia have anything to be nervous about? She could die. Let me move this, bro. What's going on? Expand. Never been on a boat before, she says. I skimmed a boating safety study guide last night, but I'm still a little worried. Does she have anything? Maybe, but if she stays there, wears a personal flotation device, PFD, and allows the guidance of her friends, maybe she'll be fine. The Boat Ed course study guide is available for you to help Troy, Alexis, Julian, and Mia at any point during the adventure. Okay, got it. Troy leads the way down the dock and stops in front of an impressive boat. Here she is. This is the lake song, our ticket to paradise. Julian's impressed. Nice. Wow, she's a real beauty, Julian exclaims, giving Troy a thumbs up. She's yours? I wish, responds Troy. She's my brother's, but mine for today. Alexis grins. He's fantastic. Alexis eyes the vessel from bow to stern. This is one of the... From bow to stern, I'm assuming it's the front and the back. Longest boats. Right! The length of the vessel is measured from the bow to the stern. Why is that important to know? It's important to know the length of a boat because its length determines what equipment a vessel must have to comply with the law. The group is ready to board. Before the friends board the boat, let's confirm that you understand the common terms and definitions associated with the parts of a boat. You have two options. Just go to the activity. Okay. Learning activity. Successfully complete the following learning activity to unlock the next levels of interactive course. Be careful. 3 strikes, wrong answers, and you'll need to review the study guide again and restart the activity. Whatever. Click on the terms that follow. Identify the part shot. I'm seeing red and green lights. Oh. We're going to chat GPT. Is my chat popping off? I can't see this. Chat rate's off the wazoo. Out the wazoo. What's going on? What's going on, chat? Oh, what up, Jenna? Hey, don't worry, your brother's gonna be boating certified. Alright, we're gonna cheat. Because this is a speed run. Name for red, green lights. Front. Oh. Here, let's see that. It said navigation lights, port light, or starboard lights. None of these. Yeah, I heard your flight is delayed. These are actually side lights because there's one on each side. Rotates and powers a boat forward or backwards. That's the propeller. Left side of a vessel. I assume it's just the left side of the vessel. Going for world souls, bro. How fast did you get yours? Port. Where's the left? Metal fitting on which a rope can be fastened. I'm gonna go with cleat. Cleat. Yes. Good intuition. Rear vessel? I'm gonna go with bow. Check the rings. What time is it right now? Just a couple minutes in. The stern is the okay. Body of the vessel. I think it's the whole thing. The whole thing. Right side of a vessel. I just read it. The starboard. Upper edge of the vessel. gun wall. Oh, this is the, Ow. You see that rank, buddy? Yo, can we ban Travo mods? The 4 friends climb aboard. Wow, it feels larger than it looks. Lexus says, sure does. Mia agrees. How many people can the lake song hold? She turns to Troy. Well? Troy's cut off by Julian. Hold up. I know. I remember this one from my course. Julian's clearly pleased to have the answer. Troy nods. Hey, Julian, please enlighten us. Julian continues. To see how many people a boat can hold, Julian continues smuggling. You just have to look at the capacity plate. Is Julian correct? I'm gonna say yeah. You are right, Troy replies. But there's just one problem. Julian gestures for Troy to continue. Capacity plates are only required on boats 20 feet or less in length, Troy explains. And the lake song is over 30 feet. Julian nods. Oh yeah? Of course I knew that, Julian insists. He's not convincing. Let's take a quick look at the capacity plates. Boats. Look for a capacity plate near the operator's position or on the transom of the boat. This plate indicates the maximum weight capacity and or the maximum number of people the boat can carry safely in good weather. Boats loaded beyond their capacity will swamp or capsize more easily and will be more difficult to control. The capacity plate is required on boats 20 feet or less in length. Do not exceed the maximum weight or the maximum number of people. On boats less than 20 feet in length with no capacity plate, use this formula to calculate the capacity of the boat. You take the maximum number of people. No, you take the boat length in feet by the boat width, and you divide it by 15, and that's the maximum number of people. Okay, example. So you can't scroll any slower, can you? Personal watercraft and sailboats. Manufacturers are not required to attach a capacity plate. It's like a tongue twister. Always follow the recommended capacity found in the owner's manual and the manufacturer's warning decal. Okay, cool. So the lake song doesn't have a capacity plate, Alexis. No, it does not, says Troy. Replies Troy. Mia looks concerned. Then how do you know how many people it can safely carry? Do you use the formula I read about? Boat length times width divided by 15, asked Mia. Troy shakes his head. No, that only applies to boats 20 feet under. So how can you know what's safe? Responds Mia. Troy puts on his mock serious captain's voice. In absence of capacity plates for recreational boats 20 feet and over, safe operating capacity is left to the captain's experience, judgment, and common sense. He smiles proudly. It's fine, Mia. Trust me. Alexis nods. She waves an arm, emphasizing the size of the boat. We certainly seem well within the lake song's capacity. There's only 4 of us. It's not always that simple. My brother has had a dozen people on the lake song, but the safe capacity isn't just a matter of what the boat should be able to handle. It also depends on the weather conditions and how the boat is loaded, Troy explains. Anyone who spent a significant amount of time on the water can tell when a boat is overloaded. Anyone? Queries Alex. So what happened with the captain of the Rock Handy? Asks Alex. Troy winces and Julian looks sick. Mia senses something ominous in the air. What happened to the Rock Candy? Asks Mia. Oh wait, this is me. Yeah, no, I'm asking. The Rock Candy was a vessel about the same size as the lake song, says Troy. Last Independence Day, her captain took his family and some friends out on the lake to watch the fireworks. Sounds like it should have been fun. It should have been fun, but the captain was inexperienced. Oh. The problem was they were overloaded. 27 passengers, if I recall. The boat was unstable. The rock candy hit a wake of another vessel and capsized. Was anyone hurt? Bro, you don't have a record. 4 people drowned, Troy says, including the captain's wife and twin daughters, who were trapped in the cabin when the boat overturned. Even Julian Baudu seems affected. Instead of cracking a joke, he turns to Mia. You okay? What a story, right? Certainly an eye-opener, frustrated. It's sad. It must have been horrible, Mia says. She doesn't meet Julian's eye and just looks out over the water. Julian shakes his head. Julian Baudu shakes his head but remains silent. What's worse, says Alexis, Texas, is knowing that the accident could have been completely avoided if the captain had been more experienced and safety conscious. Troy nods. We made the progress on the boat. Cool. Speaking of safety, Troy says, getting everyone's attention, I'll go ahead and get started on our pre-departure checklist. Before starting the pre-departure checklist, let's make sure you're familiar with the items on the checklist. Let's launch the study guide. A vessel operator is required to review the pre-departure checklist. Check the weather forecast to see if it's safe in the area you'll be boating. Make sure all lights are working properly. Check to be sure the engine, battery, and fire extinguishers are fully charged. Make sure you have enough fuel. Know where you can refuel, and check that there are no fuel leaks. Check the VDS are in a dry location. You should tell me what a VDS is. Make sure you have personal flotation devices that are the proper size and type for each boater. Check the bilge plug to see if it's replaced and secure. Discuss what to do if someone falls overboard. And double check that you've left a float plan with a reliable person. Cool. We'll finish we will finish the pre-departure checklist faster if you 3 help, says Troy. Let's go through the checklist. Blah, blah, blah. There's 3 things with the fuel. Use the up arrow. Use the arrows to select the information that best completes. Check the fuel to see you have enough or know where to get more. I like that. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go with this one. Check the bilge plug to see... Anybody? Chat? What was the bilge plug for? Securely installed is replaced and secure. Ooh. Ensure the bilge plug is securely installed before launching the boat. This prevents water from entering the hull and flooding your steamboat. Do we like they're the proper size and type for each boater? Oh no, wait, sorry, that's the likeness. Give me that. Let's make sure these turn on. I'm gonna go with this. Is my fire extinguisher charged? Check the weather forecast to see. Is that a flare gun? Nice. Only 1 strike. After completing the checklist, problems were found with 2 items: the visual distress signals and the life jackets. Alexis Texas tells Troy the problem she found with the visual distress signals. Mia Khalifa goes ahead and mentions that one of the life jackets has a small rip in it, but she figures it isn't any big deal. Troy frowns. Amelia, what up? Okay, we're going to need to delay our departure, he says. We'll need to replace the expired flares Alexis Texas found and the torn life jackets Mia Khalifa noticed before we cast out. For real, says Julian Baudou? Julian Baudou slumps. Julian slumps at this point. For real, says Julian Baudou? Just because of that little rip in some expired flares, he says, I don't get it. The life jacket still floats, and we still have a handheld light for signaling. Troy nods. On the life jacket, even a small rip defines it as unserviceable per the Coast Guard's rules of PFDs, personal flotation device, says Troy. And the red flares are the only visual distress signals good for both day and night use. Day and night? Mia seems concerned. Yes, there are two types of VDs. The visual display signal. VDS. Alexis explains day VDS can be seen in bright sunlight and night VDS can be seen after dark. I get that. It's just, well, we thought the plan was to return before dark. That's the plan, says Troy. But it's important to be prepared for all situations. Satisfied, Mia nods in agreement. Just depart for the supply store. The four friends depart the lake song and make their way towards the dockside supply store. As they walk, they begin to discuss. The lake? It's such a pretty day, Mia remarks. I'm surprised there aren't more boaters out enjoying it. Apparently, the robberies have had a huge impact on the number of boats and boaters coming here. Robberies? Says Julian Baudou. Julian Baudou, have you been living under a rock? It's been all over the news, says Mia Khalifa. I don't watch the news because it's depressing, Julian Baudou tells Mia Khalifa. Are you just reminded me? Or as you just reminded me? Troy frowns. But says nothing. What is this sad shit? My brother's best friend's boat was stolen from this very spot at the end of last season, he says. There's an anger in his voice. The mention of the robbery prompts some questions. How many boats have been stolen? I know 10 boats that have been stolen since the end of last summer. But there's been more I didn't hear about. But what are the police doing? Seriously, adds Alexis. Boating in the heart of Lake Town? The authorities are taking this seriously, right? Troy shrugs. I don't know. I don't see many police officers around here when I'm here. Talking about the robberies leaves everyone uneasy. Do you have a theory on what's behind it? Asks Julian Baudou. Julian Baudou nudges Troy. Even if the police haven't said anything, you have to be suspicious, right? Some says it's local. Who knows everyone's coming and going, says Troy. Others think it's a gang from Oceanside. But I don't have a clue. Troy shakes his head. Let's hope these cops watch over whoever it is, Troy says. Alexis gasps. You don't think the thieves might be targeting the lake song, do you? Troy pauses for a moment and responds. Yes. We've only targeted longer vessels so far, but it seems likely the thieves could move on to the next largest boats, like the lake song. Let's hope not. The friends arrive at the entrance of the dockside supply store, and to the store. They're greeted by the owner, Mr. Willard. What can I help you folks with on this lovely Lake Town day? Transfers. We need PFDs. And a few other things. 90% of boaters who drowned were not wearing a life jacket. Says who? Asked Julian Baudou. The Coast Guard, that's who. That's per Coast Guard statistics. As he leads them to the life jackets, Mr. Willard asks what type they need. Troy, Alexis, Julian, and Mia all have differing opinions. The safest life jacket? Something good? And one that looks cool? Let's go with the safest. The safest life jacket you sell, replies Troy. I only sell Coast Guard approved PFDs, so they're all safe. Mr. Willard says, but you also need to consider both the fit and the type of water activities you'll be doing. Excuse me. What else, Mr. Willard? Comfortable life jacket. Okay, who's next? One that looks cool? PFD that looks cool and matches my awesomeness, says Julian Bodu with a grin. Others laugh, and Mr. Willard says he makes a good point. It is important to choose a PFD you like, or else you won't wear it. Mr. Willard has heard all but one. Something good for many activities, especially skiing and paddle sports. Okay, that rules out an inflatable vest, as they're not suited for an activity like skiing. You expect to be submerged underwater. There's a type of life jacket for every activity. From your feedback, I think I'll have enough to go on, he declares. Fred nods. Peter. Jake. I'll show a range of PFD types at various prices, and we can go from there, the shopkeeper says. While Mr. Willard begins selecting PFDs for the friends to try on, they continue to ask questions. Are the less expensive models just as safe? Absolutely. The shopkeeper says nothing. Price isn't a factor for safety, but it is a factor in the materials used and how long the PFD will last. The more comfortable ones cost more, right? Asked Mia. It depends, responds Wizard. The more expensive models are typically lighter and less bulky, but comfort also has a lot to do with proper fit. What about inflatables? Typically very comfortable and cool to wear. Mr. Wood assures them with a smile, but they can't be suited for all activities like skiing. I know, I don't think I should be reading every single question. Mr. Wood finishes selecting various PFDs from stock. Well, let's start with this selection. Pick whatever tickles your fancy, he says, declares. Check out the camera one. Check out this camera one, exclaims Julian Bodu. I'm just selecting a PFD that was among those selected by Mr. Wood. I can't recommend that one, Mr. Wood frowns. It's for a special use hunting PFD and is not suitable for general boating. Julian Bodu slumps his shoulders and takes the jacket off. It's beautiful. It's an inflatable, Mr. Willard says with a smile. They're very comfortable, but that's not suitable for skiing. They also require regular maintenance. Enough trying PFDs. It appears you all found something you like, and that matches the activities you have planned. He declares, onward! Learn activity. Successfully complete the following learning activity to unlock the next level of interactive course. Be careful. 2 strikes, wrong answers, and you'll need to review the study guide again to restart the activity. Rotation. Boat type 3 inflatable. Go with throw. Boating on rough and cold water. Throw the ring. Boating near the shore. A near shore. Onward. Now let's get you all properly sized, as Mr. Wood. Mr. Wood points to Mia. Mr. Wood points to Julian Bodu. Let's do that. Mr. Willard points to Julian Bodu, who nods and says, well played, Mr. Willard. Being first comes naturally to me. Mr. Willard says nothing. Mr. Willard looks at Julian Bodu, mentally sizing him up. You look to be about as small. Mr. Willard concludes. Julian lifts his arms. Julian strikes a bodybuilding pose, and he's tiny as hell. Julian makes a face. Julian Bodu makes a face, and Mr. Willard tries to hand him a PFD. Julian flexes. Look at these guns! Do they look like medium to you? Says Julian. Mr. Willard shakes his head. Okay, let's try large. Julian Bodu refuses the large. Let's make that an extra large. Mr. Willard hands his eyes, rolls, blah, blah, blah. Julian buckles over the straps extra large and makes a pleased expression. See? That's what I'm talking about. A man needs some room to move. Mr. Willard winks at the other 3 friends. It's obvious to everyone that the PFD is too large for Julian. Well, it's clearly not too snug, as you had no trouble buckling on the straps, says Mr. Willard diplomatically. It looks a tad too big. Julian Bodu disagrees. Julian Bodu shakes his head and puffs out his chest. It's not too big, he says. It just needs some minor adjustments, that's all. That's one sure way to tell. Mr. Roy prompting a series of questions from others. How do you know when a PFD is too large? Why is the correct size so important? Do a lot of people wear the wrong size? Why is it so important? Wearing a PFD is way too big is like not wearing a PFD at all, says Mr. Roy. But if you had more flotation in a bigger jacket, how would that be less flotation? How do you know one is too big? By pulling up on the shoulders. It should be comfortably snug without too much lift. Enough talking. Now, with your permission, says Mr. Ward, I'm going to move behind you where I'll lift the PFD up by the shoulders. Sounds good, says Julian with a nod. Mr. Willard pulls up with the life jacket Julian is wearing. Mr. Willard pulls up with the life jacket Julian is wearing. Next Willard PFD goes over Julian's ears. Mr. Willard winks at the others. See, when we lift the PFD from behind and it goes up to your ears or beyond, we know it's too big. Julian Bodu smirks. These PFDs must really run large. Nobody says anything. Now let's get the rest you fit in, Mr. Willard says, and the three of you, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Oh, it's the same thing. In what type of weather does information on a boat's capacity play a part? Which statement regarding PFDs is true? No. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, that was clutch. I thought it was number 2. What used? What is used to select the correct size of for PFD? Audio Wayne Chess says, PFDs on a boat must be readily accessible. Which storage method best meets the requirement? PFDs are kept where they can be grabbed quickly by anyone on board. Security locker. Cool. 80%. After everyone's fitted, Mr. Willards remembers something. He turns to Troy and asks, your boat is longer than 16 feet, right? Julian Bodu blurts, are you kidding me? The lake song is huge. It's the largest boat that's never been stolen. Is that so? Mr. Willards says with a smile. The others just shake their head. So special about 16 feet, as the ever-curious Mia? Well, replies Mr. Willard, vessels 16 feet or longer are also required to have at least one Type 4 throwable device on board. A Type 4 is designed to be thrown to someone in the water. Vessels 16 feet or longer are also required to have at least one Type 4. Troy nods. We have a flotation ring on the lake song. Also, the seat cushions are rated as throwable flotation devices. Good to hear. A couple of these items, and I'm going to need to get from the back. You also need signals, which can be found over here, says Rashord. Okay, we'll get the VDS and need and meet you up front. I mean, we'll get the VDS we need and meet you up front. Remember, we need both day and night signals, says Troy, looking at the selection in World Store. How do you know which is which? The easiest way is to imagine if you could see the VDS better in day or night. Both. Mia looks at the various VDS for sale in the store. I see flags, smokes, flares, lights, she says. Right, says Troy. Here, let me quiz you. I'll hold up a VDS type and you tell me if you think it's for day, night, or both. Sounds fun. Let's go with, red flare can be for... Orange flag. Ooh. Go. One strike, well done. Once Mia's up to speed on the VDS type, she helps Troy select what they need for the lake song just as Mr. Willard returns to the bag. This way. I sure do appreciate you folks coming in today, says Mr. Wood. All these boat thefts have been terrible for my business. Troy frowns. I can imagine, says Troy. These robberies are hurting everyone who has an interest in boating. Mr. Wood agrees. And you remember something. One more thing before you go. Have you filed your float plan? What's a float plan? It's a float plan. At simplest, a float plan is telling someone where you're going, letting them know when you plan to return, and asking what they take action. Asking that they take action should you not return when expected. Mr. Wood begins boxing the supplies. Mr. Wood begins boxing the supplies, but there are some additional questions from the group regarding the float plan. You said at its simplest. You said, what if you don't find? What if your plans change? That happens, the shopkeeper replies with a toothy grin. Just keep your point of contact in the loop. Enough talking. Speedrun. I also have full plan forms here in the store. Mr. Wood adds hopefully both paper forms and digital forms sent directly to me. I'd like to see one. I'll ask. That's kind of a lot. Is that a chart of the lake? Asked Julian Baudou, pointing at a large nautical map. Oh, that is it. It is, replies Mr. Willard. Consulting a nautical chart is a good way to familiarize yourself with the local conditions and hazards. Generally, the best recreational boating is east of Lake Town. My brother recommended the same thing, says Troy. As a man who knows the lake well. Oh, whatever. Troy beams. After cruising east, I'll find a good spot to give these three chants at the helm. Alexis, Texas, and Julian grin ear to ear, but Mia Cleve looks a bit nervous. After that, then we'll maybe dock the Brada Island for some lunch and see how we are on fuel, Troy says. And then, Miss Alexis? And then, asks Alexis, her eyes wide. And then we'll spend the afternoon skiing, says Troy. Yes, Alexis, whoops. You better keep an eye on that weather because Mr. Willard begins, but the two men enter the store and he trails off. Morning, Willard, says the taller and scuffier of the two. Good day, Cletus. I'll be there with you in a moment. Take your time, Willard. I paid by the hour. The other man with Cletus laughs and mumbles something to Cletus. Mr. Willard is unsettled as he turns his attention back to his friends. Now, where was I, yes? Weather, says Mia. You're saying we need to keep an eye on the weather, Mia chimes in. Oh, yes, says Mr. Willard. Best keep a close eye on it, cause there's a good chance of afternoon storms. Will do, says Troy. Troy says agreeing. Weather is unpredictable, especially in this time of the year. Mr. Willard nods. The most recent forecast moved the probability of storms to 40% more widespread, and I suspect that will go higher than as the day goes on, Mr. Willard says. Keep an eye on it, says Julian Baudou. Good. You've all got cell phones, says Mr. Willard. You can monitor the weather with the phone app, but don't forget your onboard radio for weather info in case you lose cellular coverage. Are there that many dead zones? I've never lost my cell signals, proclaims Julian Baudou. I've never... Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Willard frowns. It's a mighty big lake, Mr. Willard responds. If you stick mostly to the south and close to Lake Town, you'll probably never lose your signal. But as you go further east, you'll lose signal. And of course, if you go north, Mr. Willard shudders. Well, if you're smart, you just wouldn't go north. Before friends exchange a curious glance. Why? What's up with the north? Mr. Willard crosses his arms. Besides the fact that you'll lose your cell signal, it's just damp and dreary up there. Lots of fog, too. Mr. Willard's face is clouds over. With no cell phone signal in that fog, Mr. Willard clouds over. Well, you just better pray your radio doesn't quit on you. Mia shivers. I don't like the cold at all. I'm not too fond of it myself. Fog on a beautiful day like this. Oh, we get the picture. Hypothermia is a concern. Wait, did you say hypothermia? It's like 80 degrees out. A common misconception is that Hypothermia only occurs in cold water. What? I have that misconception. But we plan to stay close to shore. Isn't hypothermia rare? I wish it were, the chef used. One of the biggest dangers in outdoor survival situations is hypothermia. Onward! Here's the deal, Mr. Ward says, crossing his arms. The human body cools consistently faster in cold water than the sea. I think I speak for everyone like this when I say none of us want to find out that firsthand. Come on, Willard. Tell these kids the truth, says Cletus. Go on and tell these kids the real reason to steer clear of the northern waters. The man called Cletus interrupts loudly. Don't start with that malarkey again, Cletus. Cletus scowls. It's the truth, says Cletus, and these kids have the right to hear it. Tall tales, exaggerations, and drunken visions is what that is, Mr. Willard harumphs. Don't you kids listen to a word of it. Cletus steps closer and lowers his voice. The truth is, there's more than fog and cold to fear up north. Julian's eyes grow big. Like what? Like Calcomy Isle. That's what. The whole island is overrun with mutant creatures, Cletus declares. Mr. Willard rolls his eyes and shakes his head and mutters, silly superstitions. Oh, that's not good. Just kidding. Though Mr. Willard shares some interesting news of his own, but there is some truth in there, says Mr. Willard. Many years ago, some scientists did some research on Calcomy Isle. Darn right there were. What kind of research? They researched pollination of the island's rather unique flora. Cletus scoffs. Genetic research is what I heard. His eyes wide and serious. These scientists made a strange and dangerous mutant from 3 different types of flying species. Cletus explains that they first took a tiger hornet for its relentless hunt and kill instincts, a falcon for its size and sight, and a bat for its sonar. Cletus quickly and repeatedly opens and closes his hands before going on. Mr. Willard clears his throat. I think they get the idea, Cletus, the shopkeeper says, but Mia has something on her mind. Oh, and it doesn't make sense, Mia concludes. Unlike bees, they are involved in pollination. He didn't say anything about pollination. Cletus says with a scowl. That's old Willard's rubbish theory. Nobody is quite sure how to respond to Cletus' outrageous claims. Friends press Cletus. Nah. If you're smart, you'll stay clear of Calcomy Isle, says Cletus. Troy nods politely. Mia, Alexis, and Julian avoid eye contact with each other, trying not to laugh. There have been some strange stories, but the cold and the fog are good enough reasons to avoid the northern part of the lake. I'm sure, Troy says coolly. Rogue. What up, bro? You talking about my boy, you talking about Ormsby, or my boy Levine? I'm sure, Troy says coolly, as the friends gather and purchases the bid for one, whatever. Okay, cool. Walking back to Lake Song with their new spies, the friends discuss what happened in the store. Doesn't matter. Cold and fog and ski don't mix. All that could come out. Sure. Enough talk. Oh my gosh. I'll probably do this a lot faster. Which of these should you leave with a friend or relative before taking an extended outing on the water? Oh, a float plane. A pyrotechnic VDS consists of which of the following? Smoke and flames. Which of the following visual distress signals is approved for use at night? It's not orange smoke. It's a red flag. Which of these should be included in your float plan? Your plans. Get used to it. Dude, I'm not doing this lore shit. As the group approaches the man, no semi-smiles. Need a hand with the supplies? No thanks, says Troy. We're good. Suit yourselves. Hope you got some rain gear. There's a storm brewing up. Julian Baudu looks at the cloudless blue sky and makes face. I know what you're thinking, the man says, but I'm never wrong about the weather. The man says with a chuckle. The name is Mackenzie, by the way, though everyone just calls me Mac. Mac touches the brim of his hat. I know this lake and her winds. I've lived on one of its islands for years. There is no time for small talk. Friends are in a hurry and need to cast off, so nothing more. I need to get a move on before the storm rolls in, says Mac. Mac departs. Mac departs and heads where the Cletus is waiting with the Dahlia supplies. After stowing their own supplies on the lake song, Mia watches Mac stacking boxes onto his own boat. She notices something. Looks like a lot of supplies for such a small boat. Hope he knows his capacity limits. It's Julian guessing. Definitely looks like he's trying to max out his load, says Julian Baudu. Watching as the man carefully distributes the boxes along the bow of his boat. So how's he keeping the boxes? Well, the boxes stink low and even like that. It'll help prevent capsizing. I'm just glad he's gone. Something about him seems phony. Troy agrees with Alexis. Anytime I see someone eyeballing the lake. Untie the boat. Oh, you gotta wear a life jacket. Oh, that's crazy. I can't read this. Friends, check the wind and current to find the following conditions. I get to decide the wind. Alright, here we go. What's the bow line? I'm gonna just... Dude, yeah. Oh, I gotta take off all the lines. Oh my god. Casting off of no one. Cast off the bow line. Cast out the stern line. Thank God. As the boat enters the channel, Alexis, me, and Julian gather around Troy at the wheel. They have questions. Why are we going so slow? It's a speedrun. Look over there, it says me warning. Me and push the small boat riding the low in the water. That's the man, Mac, we were talking about on the dock. We're slowly gaining on him. We'll overtake him before we're out of the channel, unless we reduce our speed. They consider the lake song speed in the distance from the other boat. I agree. Troy reduces speed. Troy pulls back on the throttle, slowing the lake song. Julian's size melodramatic. This is going to take all day. Mac's boat is pretty loaded, says Troy. I don't want to overtake him and risk. The sound of a loud outboard motor cuts off short. The boat is rapidly overtaking the lake song on her starboard side. Right. Neither the man driving or the speeding boat nor his passenger, a young woman, is wearing a PFD. That's rude. Rude and reckless, said Troy. Alexis shakes her head. Let's see. No PFDs. Poor seamanship. Unsafe speed. Failure to signal intent to overtake. This looks fine. The lake song is buffeted. The lake song is buffeted by the speedboat's wake. Friends take hold and ride out the rocking motion. Oh no, Mac in his small boat, says Mia looking ahead. Friends watch. The friends watch the departing speedboat wake crash into the small boat, rocking it violently. Mac holds on. Mac holds on with both hands, keeping his body low and his feet spread. His boat comes in close to capsize, but fortunately his cargo was low and evenly distributed, and by keeping at least 3 points of contact with the boat, Mac minimized the risk of being overthrown overboard. Troy gives 2 quick horn toots. Beep. Troy gives two signals overtake. Mac and okay. Ahoy there! Ahoy there! You alright? I'm wet. Mac pulls off his hat and gives it a shake. I came really close to capsizing and losing all my supplies, he says, scowling. That sucks. Troy decides to say nothing and wait. Oh. There's an app. Everything. Just gonna take a picture. You're working like a stripper, but you're not a stripper. Oh my, what a wonderful time. It's not working. I can't even talk to ChatGPT. What's going on? Just try that shit again. You're working like a stripper, but you're not a stripper. Middle buoy in the bottom row. Orange square. Okay, saying that one. Let's go, ChatGPT. Which marks fuel? The white buoy with the orange square. The left side of the channel when entering. When entering from oh my, oh my, oh my. Green navigation aids. Okay. Left is green, red is... Sorry. Yeah, red is red. Nice. It's gotta be hazard, right? Whatever. Only one strike. Speedrun continues. What's my time at? Almost at an hour. It's a PB. Troy takes the Lakeside and open water and easterly emergency drills. Troy conducts a type of what-if emergency drills with his 3 passengers. He also reminds his friends about the importance of keeping a proper lookout and listening out through. Say what's that? Yeah, so... Over there, she says, pointing straight for the lake song. Troy thaws back. The lake song slows. Now they can hear the whine of a boat motor coming from the area. I'm being pointed out. Wait, is that boat going in circles? Wonders Alexis, squinting. Move in for... ignore and keep going. But we can't leave the area if we think another boater need help. Yeah, we don't have a choice. What do you mean? Asked Julian Baudou. How do we not have a choice? Coast Guard navigation rules says we have to help. Alexis is right. One of the navigation rules states that the boat operators are required to render assistance to a boat in distress, unless doing so would endanger their own vessels or passengers. Won't we be in danger? Not a chance, Troy reassures her. We'll approach at a safe speed, but we'll need to be extra alert, keeping lookout. No, this boat's in distress. Which is why we're going to take a close look. There's nobody in that boat. It's the circle of death. The circle of death? What's that? Troy shakes his head. I'll explain later, Mia. See, if you can spot anyone in the water, commands Troy, he'll bring the lake song up to a full stop and a safe distance when dangerous to circling boat. Troy reaches to the VHF radio. The lake song's VHF radio is frequently tuned to channel 16, the emergency channel. Troy has been quietly monitoring the channel since the evening died. Mayday! 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 This is the Lake Song, Whiskey Sierra 2323 Romeo Bravo, Mayday, Lake Song, Little Kelton Island, bears 90 degrees magnetic distance, 2 miles. We've encountered an unmanned boat in a death circle. We have encountered... Okay. Troy tunes to channel 68 as the emergency channel 16 is only for reporting emergencies, while Alexis, Mia, and Julian continue to scan the surface for survivors. Troy provides that Marine Patrol officers an additional detail. Please respond. We are in route Lake Song, ETA 10 minutes. Stay clear and let us know if the situation changes over. Copy that, Lake Song. We'll stay clear and advise if the situation changes. Still no sign of survivors. Troy asks the others. Nothing so far, but no. Alexis pauses and will consider it best to say. Looking like a stripper, but you're not a stripper. Mia says, oh bro, this is so bad, bro. I gotta actually speed this up. I'm like boring myself to death. How am I gonna pull alongside? How am I gonna throw him a device that's not even close to us? I don't know what to do. I reduce my speed. I toss him the thing. I'm gonna determine where I'm going. Okay, okay. Let's continue with that review because we're speedy. Come on. Oh, it's alcohol? Mara's having difficulties. Oh, affected by alcohol. Okay. Pulling up on a aircraft here. Mara is slow to put on a fender, and the boat's hull bumps the dock. Reaction time. Ian is slow to respond to another person's horn too. That was easy. Oh my god, bro, there's so much. Sober driver. How long can you reduce the risk of someone falling overboard from a boat? Keep it even. Intoxication. How does the effect of alcohol consumed while boating compare to the effect on land? So you drink on a boat and you walk off it. What makes it more difficult for you to perform multiple? Consuming alcohol. Good at this shit. Oh, cool. That'd be awesome. Let's just go to the activity, please. Dude, I don't have a jet ski. Used to control the personal watercraft speed. That's the throttle. Everyone knows that. It's the port. It's the safety lanyard. It's the starboard. The steering control. It's the bow. Next answer, stern. That's why this is a speedrun. Onward. Stopping. Steering. Please just go. I need to hit a phone max. How do I get back? Ian explains. Cool. Speed up, speed down. Just right. Probably this girl in the water. Speed okay. Stop the boat. Is this over? That was a shot in the dark. What should a PWC operator do to reduce the risk of collision? Driving a car. What happens when you turn the PWC steering control to the right? I mean, I feel like this is like too easy a question. Oh. Which action may cause a loss in steering ability in a personal watercraft? Let's go. Did I graduate? Come on, let's go, dude. By the way, this is $50. Oh, we gotta go in the fog? Gee. Dude, like, I'm like shaking, bro. I need this to be over. Agitated. Holy crap! Science, Julian. Carbon monoxide. Keep fresh air flowing to the boat. Never allow swimmers to enter enclosed area. The early symptoms to sea obstruction can irritate the eyes. Okay. Blocked exhaust outlets. Another vessel's exhaust. Okay, cool. I think we have a quiz approaching. Oh, why was I sitting here reading every single thing? This is actually awful. Yep. Which of these provides a warning that dangerous weather is approaching? Probably the giant clouds. Which of the following are early clutch? Which is the best precaution of taking? Just said that. Just said that, dude. Let's just go with the activity, bro. Um, I think I'm gonna fail this one. This shit never makes sense. Well, simplest. Boom. Yeah, crash out, bro. It's just the longest shit. I gotta fill out all these. Is that what I'm doing? Dude, am I not halfway through? Oh my god. Who gives a shit? Gotta go faster. Go faster. Troy turns on large. And go back straight. Okay, cool. Alright, we're completing shit now. I am locked in. I am locked in. Yes, natural, mechanical, could be. Oh, fourth of the way through the mystery. If the green is on. So the green's on the starboard. So this is on the starboard side of the boat. The boat would be heading this way. Damn right. Oh, it's coming right at us. The backlight. We're on top of it? Oh. Cool. Cool boat. So that means it's going this way. Alright, this is like childish. We already said this, bro. Alright. Please help me move on. Let's go. Lose my mind. Enough talking. Dude, how long have I been doing this shit? It's just like an hour and 20 minutes. At all times. When operating the lake song, Troy sees a diver down flag. What'd she do? Shoot off speeders? To avoid swamping your boat, where should you slowly lower the anchor? Yikes. From the bow. Good to know. Hold the pin, squeeze the aim at the fire, squeeze handle, sweep side to side. Hold the pin. Oh wait. Oh, we're on the timer. Pass. I just passed the quiz. Pull the pin. Aim at the fire. Oh, is that the base? Go, 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 go. Why is it getting bigger? Dude. Am I good? What am I doing wrong? I have to redo all that. Hold the pen. Aim at the base of the fire. Oh. Ahoy, Troy. Because boat engines may backfire, all power boats, except outboards, are fueled with gasoline, must have an approved backfire flame arrestor in each carburetor. It must be to clean work properly. To clean the flame arrestor, remove it and wash the grid with soap and water. Wind away from the dock. Turn wheel hard toward dock. Just let it carry you away. That's it. Oh, this is the craziest. Okay. We gotta prepare to launch. We gotta back it down. Set the parking brake. Undo the switch. Start the vessel off the track. Is that right? I feel like people don't even turn on their boats when you put them in. Now let's try retrieving your vessel. That's right, that's right. Please get me wrong, yeah. I had it, boys. Lead destroy shrugs, fuel the boat. Dude, I'm out of juice. Pull out all the fun. Bro, what? Avoid overfilling during duh. Yup. After. Yep. Start off anything that might cause a spark. After. How can you wipe up something that wasn't there? Dude, if I... Oh my god. Don't panic. Try and get control of your brain as stay as possible. Keep layered clothes. Got it. Let's go. And all the more reason for cover. Me agrees. Alexis disagrees. Fuck, no fuck. Let's drive. Choice this. Let's go. Alright. Where are fuel vapors? The bilge. Whatever that is. You're fueling your vessel. When should you open all windows, port doors, and other openings? What should anglers and hunters do when they're fishing or hunting from a boat? Always wear a personal flotation device. What should you do immediately if a boat motor catches on fire? Turn the stern of your boat into the wind. Abandon the boats on the shore. Turn the ventilation system on and remove gasoline rivers from the bilge. The motor catches on fire? Oh man, would you just jump off? Nope. What you do to prevent a traffic jam? Pull ahead of others even if the time because of the... Okay, no. Attach the rear tie down to drain the bilge. Pull your vessel well away from the ramp before preparing for the drive home. Keep the vessel's engine running while achieving. Let's just go. Please get degrees. Here we go. Piss off. Where should portable fuel tanks be filled? Pull the plug, aim at the flame. No, no. Pull the plug, aim, squeeze, side to side. Aim at the base, squeeze, switch outside. Wood. What should you do if a fire starts and you are underway? Stop the boat. Active fuel. Alright, 100%. Hey, what are we at? What's our status? Let's go. This shit. Alexis fidgets. Alexis stands frozen in place. Mia steps forward. There's carbon monoxide. Alexa shakes her head. Mia nods. Aren't you, Mac? Maybe true, but no, I wasn't. Alexis, speaking of the guys, reverse. Turn the car. Where's the car? Let's go. Both shutters. This, that, that, that. Oh, I'm on a roll, dude. This thing's about to end. Alexis signs. Alexis checks up. This. Someone's outside. Oh, well, what if it's drowning? What if the leading cause of death for passengers of small craft such canoes? Most important? Oh, how you gonna dock it? Dude, I'm gonna have to review this shit. What should paddlers do to protect against capsizing crew? Lean one shoulder over the side while paddling. Move side to side of the coastline. Stand up in the craft and yep. Assume what the main reason for assuming help position when you're stranded in the cold water. Please don't make me do this. Let me try again. Hmm? A shot in the dark. What causes hypothermia? Cold water pulling body from the heat. Pulling heat from the body. Sounds pretty obvious. Helps your body. Dude, I gotta get this right. How should you pull someone out of the water and onto a small boat? There's no way I fail this again. I was gonna pick that shit too. Oh my god. It's supposed to be a speed run. Let's try again. Balanced and low. There's no moon making visibility squares. What's the due to the risk of this? Play it safe. I like that. Just chill out. Major areas for meat loss. We've done that 4 times. Doesn't matter. Let's go. 2 times a charm. Please be over. 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 Let's go. Alright, what do we have left? We got trip and plan, and then we have to go do the mystery. Under 2 hours is the world record. Okay. See dense fog. Select the correct actions for each encounter. Alright. Cool. See you. Cool. Left, right, left, right. Cool. This is like top 5 most boring things ever. Oh my gosh. Where's the vessel? Toot toot. Oh shit. Okay, good to know. Oh my god. Just tell me things. 2-2 left, 2-2. Let's do this, dude. Turned right and I tooted. Does it have to be 10 of these? Batch on my phone. Selfie. Come on. Navy vessel. 2-2. Bang. Where's he coming from? Do I have to act? But that is ridiculous. Please just give me lobs. Please give me lobs. Please give me lobs. We're not even halfway done. I think this is the last thing we gotta do for this. 1, 2. Ooh, was it 1 or 2? One. With a power vessel. Oh shit. Bang. 2 ones. Oh, I need like the 2. You see a channel marker where you are returning from open waters. Left. Let's go. To the bow. Let's get this done. Easy money. This. Yeah, would have died, but it's better this. Come on. Pass to the record. One more. Did I graduate, by the way? Still the plan. Which one must maintain the standard? Which one vessel is overtaken? When one vessel is overtaking another, which one is the standard vessel? Cool. Makes sense. When two vessels are operating near each other, which one must take early and substantial action to keep way? Give way. 100%. Let's go. $50 later. Let's do this. What's it called? All right. All we have to do is go to the mystery island. Come on. This is the big finale. Michigan quiz. Here we go. It's fine. Okay. PWC. By law, how far must a vessel stay away from a displayed diver down flag? Fathoms? 200 fathoms? By law, what age children must wear USG approved PFD while riding on, on the open deck of any vessel? Dude, give me my license. Give me my boating license. Final? I may have to cheat. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a lot of ChatGPT. Should be including a float plan. How full should you fill the fuel tank on a person watercraft? When must navigation lights be displayed? Dude, that's why I'm taking this quiz so I can vape on a boat. It's all about vaping. It all comes back to vaping. A motorboat is crossing paths with a PWC. What action should we take? What should you do to avoid colliding with another vessel? Two boats are operating in the same general area. Who is responsible for maintaining sure? So I gotta Google every single one. I can't if I have to do this quiz twice, I'm gonna lose the world record. And what's my time, bro? It's my cursor. Oh, we gotta beat 2 hours. Dude, I'm okay, I'm out of upload. Wait, dude, I'm on a computer. This is how you speedrun by burying in the bottom sediments. Whoops. White and black and vertical strips. White and black with vertical strips. Dude, this might be the copy and paste speedrun. Engine cutoff switch line. Come on, bro. I'm itching for this boat license. Just gotta do this 35 more times. And I can drive any boat in the whole world in Michigan. Who cares? At all times, baby. Hey, bro, 17 more. Let's go. Going crazy. It's gotta be the answer. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Um, twelve years old. If you're 12 years old in the chat, say 12. Comment 12. How drunk can you be? 0.8. One. Let's go. I gotta stop the timer. Stop. Alright, so we did not beat 2 hours, but it's completely fine. Oh, that's my address. No one cares about that. Um, I just want to send it. Wait, I can just give it an email. Throw a W in the chat. I just got my boating license. Whoever's watching, put a W in the chat for the certificate. Or let me just do a Gmail. Put a W in the chat, bro. I just got a boating license. I don't know. I'm so proud. I like. Look, it wasn't hard. It's very, very, very exciting. People watch. I stream for 2 hours. People watch for 1 minute. That's dope.